mathematicians, today we're going to look at metric units of measurement. We had been looking at standard or conventional units of measurement, and now we're looking at the metric system. So here is our chart. This will be uploaded into Google Classroom. So let's take a look first at the basic unit of measurement in the metric system. There are three of them. The basic units are our meters, liters, and grams. So our meters, that would be how we measured distance or length. Our liters, that's how we would measure volume or capacity. And then our grams is how you would measure weight. And so we can measure distance, capacity, and weight all with this metric system of measurement. So let's take a look at these prefixes atop the chart on the top of my chart. We have our kilo, hecto, deca, our basic units, deci, centi, and milli. Let's go over what each of these represents. A kilo is 1,000, hecto means 100, deca means 10. Then we have our basic, that's standing at 1. We have our deci, which is 1/10. Right there, that's in the tenths place. We have our centi, that's 1/100th of the basic unit, of course. So we have our 1 in our hundredths place. We have our milli, which is 1/1000th of the basic unit. So just like you have meter, liter, and gram, you can have your kilometer, hectometer, decameter, meter, decimeter, centimeter, and millimeter. We have our liters, kiloliter, hectoliter, decaliter, liter, deciliter, centiliter, milliliter. You have your grams, kilogram, hectogram, decagram, gram, decigram, centigram, and milligram. And now remember our meter, that's how we measure length or distance. Our liter, that's how we'd measure volume or capacity. And we have our gram, which is how we would measure weight. So all of these are going to be used in our metric system of measurement. And the way that you can convert between these measurements is by going up by powers of 10 or down by powers of 10. Because this is all in base 10, it gets really friendly and easy. So to go from a millimeter to a centimeter, you would multiply by 10. From a centimeter to a decimeter, multiply by 10. Decimeter to the basic unit, multiply by 10. Basic unit to deca, multiply by 10, 10, 10, so on and so forth. And then to go down the chart as well, you would divide each of these by 10 in order to get to the preceding value. So let's look and see how we can use this chart in order to solve equations with conversion. Let's say that we have 547 and 8/10 of a centimeter. Let's say something is 547 and 8/10 of a centimeter long, and we wanted to convert that into meters, just the basic unit. So what we're going to do is we're going to look, and the first thing we need to do is we have to decide, are we going from small to big or big to small? So we're going from cm, centimeter, to meters. I can see that the centimeter is smaller than the meter, so it's small to big, and we say divide, you dig. Small to big, divide, you dig. Big to small, multiply them all. So since we're going from small to big, we're going to be dividing this number, which makes sense because we're going to have less meters than centimeters if we're just converting the value. So what I do to start is I find that unit of measurement on my chart. I found it right here. And now I'm going to scoop and see how many scoops or values or powers of 10 it takes to get to my new unit of measurement. So from the centimeter, go 1, 2 to get to the meter. So that means that I'm going to take this 547 and 8/10 centimeters, and I'm going to divide it by our 2 powers of 10, or 10 times 10, which we know is 100. So in order to divide numbers with decimals by 100, we remember how we can scoop the place value, or you could do your standard algorithm. To make this simple, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this smaller by scooping my decimal 2 places to the left. 1, 2. And so my new number is 5 and 478 thousandths. So 547 and 8/10 centimeters equals is the same as 5 and 478 thousandths of a meter. Great job, mathematicians. I've got one more thing to tell you. So, when we're trying to remember the order that these go in, because you need to know the order in order to remember how many places you're jumping, or what power of 10 to multiply or divide for your conversions. Here's what I like to say. We know it's kilo, hecto, deca, basic units, meter, liter, gram, deci, centi, milli, and using that first letter of each of these prefixes, I'm going to make something that's easy to remember. And this is King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. That way I can really remember the order, so I'm going to be able to tell what power of 10 I need to use when I multiply or divide for my conversions. Great job, mathematicians.